What is culture? Culture is a pervasive force in human life. Members of a group or society, to varying degrees, share a core of set of values that provide a template for living in the world as we know it. This template, called culture, guides the broad scope of our lives, such as what we think, what we do, what we eat. Our culture teaches us how to express and fulfill our biological needs in particular ways. It provides our lives with meaning, purpose, order, and it provides our emotional experiences and emotional attachments. Culture guides our social relations, such as who counts as relatives, what work are men and women supposed to do in life, what kinds of marriage is acceptable, and much, much more. As we grow up in our family and community, we learn how to behave in the cultural ways that are practiced by our family and community. We learn our culture from birth through observation, through role models, and through instruction. And we call this in anthropology inculturation process. In time, our culturally constructed world becomes second nature to us, such as that we experience our group's behaviors and thinkings about the world as natural and the only right way of doing, feeling, and thinking. Now let's look at cultural diversity. Human cultures differ because every culture has developed in a specific geographical location and environment, and this shapes how to make a living, such as fishing or farming, mining, industry, and much, much more. How humans provide the basic necessities of life influences the kind of social organization and belief systems that develop and that exist in all of human societies. Let's look at the United States. It's a society that's composed of a national culture based on the English culture of its founders. It also has many subcultures or ethnic groups because of the many cultures of the original inhabitants, the Native Americans, the cultures of Africans who were enslaved workforce becoming African Americans, and the many, many immigrant culture groups, also called ethnic groups, that have settled in the United States over time, becoming, for example, Irish Americans, Polish Americans, Armenian Americans, Vietnamese Americans, Korean Americans, Mexican Americans, Thai Americans, Persian Americans, and many, many more. Los Angeles, for example, is known as a world culture because of all the cultures that live in our Southern California area. Cultural diversity has been a characteristic of our society since our nation's founding and continues today, especially accelerated by globalization of the world's economy, in which there is a rapid flow of information, trade goods, natural resources, and finance capital and human labor. In this current context now, many people are seeking to expand their cultural understanding and skills for effective interactions with members of the diverse cultures with which we work and live.